Welcome back, listeners. New year, new games. I'm your host, Sam, and with me, as always, is.
Lindsay.
And this is the Back to Backlog podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a while. Hope you've had a good holiday and New Year's. We are just getting back into the swing of things after what's been a chaotic couple of months. So we are happy to be back, and we have some exciting things planned this year.
Heck yeah. And, thankfully that did lead me to have some time, not enough time to record anything, but to play plenty of things.
I played the same, 3 or 4 games. I didn't. I played a couple games on this list, in depth, and then the rest of them, a little bit, and then I went back to one of the games.
Yeah, I finished up playing the FF7 remake, which was super cool. I super, just binged Shadows over Loathing. Played some Red Matter 2 and some of Moss Book 2. Oh, gosh, Sonic Frontiers came out. I played that through. And I've just kind of started some Disco Elysian. So
yeah, that's on my list to play too.
oh my gosh, I can't spoil, but I'll talk to you about it later. My goodness, it's crazy.
I think we have it planned to talk about it in an upcoming episode anyway for something, or at
Good.
least it was on the list of games I was looking at for a specific idea.
Nice.
So
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it because it's good.
mm-hmm.
It is good.
Yeah, I played more Pokemon Sapphire, not Sapphire.
That would be an excellent choice.
Scarlet. I played more. I mean, Pokemon Scarlet's still solid too, but I played more of that. And the normal, I can't say the normal rotation. I've stopped playing Apex for now because nobody that plays that game knows how to push to talk. And I'm so tired of hearing people arguing with their girlfriends, wives, screaming children, barking dogs. And if you're like, hey, push to talk, they get really mad at you.
Oh my gosh.
It's not a big deal. It's well, obviously I know how to work technology and you don't. So don't be mad at me.
Yeah, I played through a little bit of Anacrusis, and I kind of just got fed up with the servers and just kind of played.
Were you still having the same issues that we were having?
Yeah, but I just started playing private games.
Sad.
I just started playing private games and just using the AI and unlocking stuff that way, and had a decent time with it. But yeah,
the game has so much potential. I know it's once they get those bugs figured out, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But the path to getting those bugs figured out has been really frustrating.
I know, and I just played a bit of Back for Blood on the PlayStation earlier, and was reminded how much more polished that is.
I mean, even the original Left 4 Dead is more polished than the Anacrusis right now. I mean, it feels, even though it's a decade old at this point, it still feels good.
Yeah.
It's got good characters. It has a good amount of weapons. You really just feel immersed in the
so we'll see. We're still both rooting for it. It just needs the extra loving from the I mean, they're small devs. It's hard to harsh on them, but it's an online game, and that's the online.
The whole point of an online game is to be able to play with other people.
Yep. But most of these games, I don't think were online in our list here. We decided we needed some more cozy games because it was the holidays and it was crazy and hectic, and we just needed some cozy time with some games.
Yes, I love cozy games anyway. I mean, as much as I like shooters and things, I think I've been gravitating more towards this type of game recently because I just have not had I don't even know if it's mental capacity. I just haven't wanted to delve into anything super demanding.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with builds. I don't want to deal with specific mechanics or unlocking things.
Yeah.
I want to be on my couch. I want to play something fun, something cute, maybe something with a slight challenge, but nothing that's going to make me want to throw something across the room.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I guess I could start with one of the things I played was a game that was on our previous Cozy Games list, which was Toem. The developers came out with a new update last year where they added a whole post-game level. Which is Basto is the name of the location, and so the Basto update came out last year, and I got to play it, and it was really lovely. There's a little bit of a hiccup where they had a save game bug, but they made it so that you could jump in and sort of skip to the Basto content because they knew people had save game issues. So that was super nice of them. It was really cute. It's a nice little puzzle. That's the photography game. That's all black and white.
Yep.
And the new place let you sort of go to bed and like wake up and change it from day to night, and like the water level would rise or lower, and like torches would light or be extinguished. So there's a lot of really fun puzzling to just exploring that new little world. So yeah, Cozy Toem.
I picked up Toem.
Yeah, the update's free. So
I picked it up, and then like the month after, it was part of the Humble Monthly. I was like, that's happened a couple of times where I've waited to buy a game and it's like, well, it hasn't gone on sale. Like it hasn't, or it is on sale. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I'm just going to buy it. And then like the next month, it's like part of the Humble Monthly.
It's the risk of those.
Yeah. What was the most recent one that I was like, God, oh, it was, Doom Eternal.
Oh,
is this month, and I was like, "Are you kidding?" Like, I still haven't played it. Like, the game is haunting me, and it's just a running joke at this point. I gave it to a friend because I was like, I can't even look at this. Yep.
Well,
I gave it to a friend.
What game were you able to look at? What's on your list?
So the first game I played, it was the Disney Dreamlight Valley game. Came out this year at fall, and it's by Gameloft. And it is so good. I think the thing about it too is it's so disappointing that Nintendo just like abandoned Animal Crossing, because even though like this is still an early release game, like there's still a fair amount to do. Like even though I'm at like the end of like the available quests, like I can still like gather materials, I can still make items, unlock like expansions to different things in the game. Like it just feels like there's still a lot to do.
Yeah. Is it an online game, or is it like a sort of house build? What kind of game is it?
So it is kind of like Animal Crossing, where you are like you make your little avatar and you are basically solving problem. It's like Animal Crossing in the sense of like it's like a little town that you're building up. Where I think it really stands strong is like each character you meet like has a quest set for you. Like you have to level that character's friendship up, and then like you get different quests along the way, and then once you reach level 10 of friendship, they have like a final quest for you.
Oh, that's cool. That's like the Persona games' friendship storylines.
And sometimes you can't progress like a certain character before progressing others, and it lays it out pretty well for you. It'll say like get to friendship 10, progress friendship with Mickey, kind of thing. I did think it was interesting the characters that they chose to put in the game on release. Like I don't think they were bad choices, other than Frozen, because I'm not a fan. It's so overhyped and I hate it. But like they have like Moana, Stitch, Toy Story, and what was the others? And some villains, which are pretty cool, like Mother Gothel and Ursula.
Nice.
Are there, Scar. So it's not just like good characters, it's like bad characters, and basically something happened, the storyline is progressing. You have to figure out what happened that like destroyed the valley, but like all of these characters were living in harmony there. And then this like event happened, and you're uncovering not just who you are as like who your character is, but like what happened. And it's really cool. It's so fun. It just the like gathering system feels really nice. Like it just feels very polished. Like I know it's only early release, but it's more polished than a lot of like full release games have been recently, I think. Like I've had some small bugs, but nothing like that's made it unplayable.
Yeah, well, I mean, Game Loft is a pretty, like, you know, they've been around the block, and this is a huge IP, so it makes
Yeah.
sense they're putting effort into it.
I was a little worried because there is like there's a currency that you use to like do events and stuff. So like they had a Christmas event that you had to use this currency for. I think I bought one of the packs that like gave you items and it came with some of that currency, but you can also like just find it. So
Okay.
I think eventually they might have like a little in-game store that you can like make purchases from, but it doesn't sound like
Yeah, you're watching it to see if it turns into a Farmville situation where you always can buy, like, packs of 500, and the thing you need is
yeah,
510 or
I don't see
590.
it that I don't think it's going to be that bad because with
Good.
the currency that I use to purchase the event, you like earn some like you earn a bunch of it back at the end. So it's
Nice.
not like I mean there's not that there's an in-game store right now to like pay for things, but I don't think it's going to be anything other than items. There's nothing like you can't buy materials, you can't, buy level progression stuff. Like it's just
Yeah.
like all the stuff in the winter event was just cosmetics. Like it was furniture, it was two costumes for Merlin and Mickey and like some clothes for you. And they have like a really nice selection of clothes. And unlike the new Pokemon game, they have dresses and anybody can wear them.
Hey, that's
Which is really
progress.
cool. So you can just kind of do whatever you want, and it's really nice.
That's cool as hell.
I've been having a blast. I've already put like 80 hours into it. It's so good. I can't recommend it enough. And I'm not a huge like I'm not like a Disney crazed
Right,
fan.
you're not about to go Disney bounding. Yeah.
No, I have like a healthy
Right.
interest in it. Like I like the movies. I own
Yeah, as
like
much as the rest of
maybe
us
some
who
Disney merch.
grew up absolutely saturated with their films in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not like I
But,
mean I still haven't like I haven't watched Moana, like I haven't seen it. I haven't
oh,
seen
it's
all
good.
of Frozen.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know, I
I
need to
bet.
watch it. There's
Hmm.
just like I haven't seen a lot of the modern Disney movies.
Hmm.
So a lot of my interests are like the classic ones, but like there's a really good mix of like classic characters and new characters. And I think they really did a nice job of making it like kid friendly, but also like an adult can enjoy it.
Hmm.
So it's really, really good.
That's cool as heck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I played the Lego Builder's Journey. That one was really interesting because it's not your typical Lego game. Like, there's no
Hmm.
minifigures, right? It's not like a Traveler's Tales Lego game. It's more like everything's made out of regular bricks, and you kind of play this like father and son, and you start off on the beach like building up sandcastles, and like the whole game takes place in this little diorama square of Lego bricks. And like the beach is made, like the sand is made out of bricks. The ocean that comes in and out looks like stop motion Lego bricks.
Oh,
Like,
that's really cool.
and it's all like ray traced lighting, so it's freaking gorgeous. It was originally, I believe, an Apple Arcade exclusive, and then um it came out on the PlayStation, I want to say, and then eventually made its way to Steam as well. Like, played on whatever system can put out the prettiest picture in your house, basically, because it's gorgeous. I think Apple paid them to add some of their, like, iPad metal graphics, ray tracing stuff, and then
Mhm.
obviously the PlayStation could do all that. But I played it on the Steam Deck, and it was super pretty. It's a cute game. It's really interesting. Like, you do have to sort of find loose bricks and like build things to make your way across. A lot of it's finding and making bridges to sort of build your way across a chasm. A lot of it.
Mhm.
But it's just a really great little story. It doesn't take too long. It's only like a few hours long.
To be
Um,
fair, has Lego ever made a bad game? Like, there's some that are definitely better than others, but like, I think overall, like, if Lego puts out a
yeah.
title, like, there's even if it's something kind of like outside of the box, it's always good.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably been Lego projects that they've squashed internally that we never heard about
Yeah,
because they
probably.
have a high bar, and this is definitely meeting that high bar. Yeah, it's super cool. Anyone who's even vaguely interested in Lego, this is a gorgeous little adventure, and it was just super chill. Like, you can do it all at your own pace, and it's just this little whimsical, kid trying to find his dad because his dad went off to work, so he couldn't build anymore. Like, it's super cute.
Nice. That does sound cute.
Yeah. Oh, the game studio was Light Brick Studios, which I'm sure was just a bunch of industry veterans pulled together specifically for this one project.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, what else do you play?
So, Cat Cafe Manager, and it was by Roost Games, came out in 2022. I have mixed feelings about this game. It's like one of those management games where you're running a restaurant. You have to keep it stocked. You have to make it look pretty, and you have to adopt cats. And you level those cats up, and then you can also adopt them out.
The
It's
art looked really good in it.
it's so if the game was, I think, lower price point, because it's like a $20 game, and I finished it, like everything. Like, I got all but like 2 achievements in like 15 hours. And
Okay.
it didn't feel like, I mean, it was cute. Like, the characters are cute. The little like story, like, basically you're taking over, like, your grandmother passed away and you're taking over her cat cafe to save the town from like soulless.
And it's got this like visual novel type presentation for
Yeah,
the
yeah, like,
storyline.
yeah, yeah, like, you're saving the town from, like, big business taking over, essentially.
Nice.
Um, so, like, it has like a decent little story, and like all the interactions between the like characters in a small town are really nice. But it just, for $20, it didn't. There wasn't enough game. I don't think. Like, if it had been like a $10, like an $8 or $10 game, maybe. And
Hmm.
like, I get that those things, like, for a game that looks that nice, it takes time and money and effort to make it look that nice. But if I'm paying $20 for, like, I'm not even, if I'm paying $20 for a game, I expect more than 15 hours out of it.
In your head, there's a lot of similarities to Stardew Valley, and you're kind of comparing it against that price point, against that value from
I
like a
get
Stardew.
Not even necessarily, because I know not every game can be packed like that. So
Sure,
that
and that took the guy 10 years to make anyway. But
exactly. Yeah. So I don't expect that amount of like in-depthness for every game. And I think they're different enough. I think it's more like I don't know, those like old school like restaurant management games where you're like
hmm.
taking orders, making the food, cleaning up the restaurant, cleaning up cat pee. um like it's more of a management game than it is like a farming game or anything like that. I mean, like, you have to get like ingredients for the food, because whenever you make something it uses an ingredient, but like you purchase that in the store, and like each different type of customer has its own currency for something, which is kind of cool. You can
Hmm.
like choose like who you want to like serve that day. So if you're low on like a specific type of currency, you can like work towards, for a day or two in the game, work towards earning more of it. So it's got a lot of like really cute little fun mechanics, but it just, I don't know, for $20, like, that's not even, I finished it really fast.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
even like that, like, I didn't optimize either. Like, it would have taken me less time if I'd realized, like, you get certain achievements, like if you adopted a cat out at like full friendship and adopted it to like a specific type of customer, you got like an achievement for it.
Hmm.
So I had to go back through and do all those to get the achievements, but that's like, I think that was it. Hold on, I'm pulling it up now. It'll tell me what I.
Time between achievements or something.
No, I was just looking for my total time, and it's 13.7 hours. So it wasn't even 15 hours. And that was an extra like 2 hours of just grinding for achievements, cuz I was like, well, I'm going to get my money's worth out of this game, cuz I mean, I got it on sale for 15, but even then I think that's a little steep
Hmm.
for just.
You just felt like it was over sooner than you expected.
Yeah, like, I feel like they could have added more story. I mean, they make it so you can like keep going with the restaurant, but like, there's a certain point where that just doesn't get fun.
Right. There's no incentive. The incentive
Mm-mm.
was the narrative. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and that
fair.
was over really fast.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
my next game I was a little unhappy with myself. It was unfortunate because a lot of people were really really excited about it, and it might be fine for other people, but it's Unpacking, by Witchbeam, came out in 2021, and Unpacking just got like universal praise all over the internet, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. It got, there was some controversy about it getting cloned by people, that sort of thing. So that always brings light to a title. It's a great idea. The idea is that there's like a bunch of different levels. I think maybe like 5 or 6 or something like that. I don't know because I had to stop halfway through, but there's a bunch of different levels, and at each point, it's a different point in the sort of character's life, this young lady's life. And when you're a little kid, you have to unpack just your room, and then like you're a teenager, maybe you unpack your room in the bathroom. Like you go to school, okay, you unpack like an apartment, and then the next one's like your character clearly moved in with friends, so you have to move, like unpack your room, but then like unpack into shared spaces, which is really neat. And then the last one I played was when you moved in with like a significant other, and you had to sort of like fit your stuff in with his, but like there wasn't a lot of room left over for your stuff, which like I get, like it's telling a story through environmental, like super interesting. It just really stressed me out. Like
yeah.
I don't know. I think I don't enjoy the act of unpacking, and a lot of it was like, what the heck is this thing? Like I had a bunch of these like hearts and stars, and I couldn't figure out what the heck they were. I thought maybe they're hair things, and it turns out that they were. I had to look it up, and they were like fridge magnets, and I was like, oh my gosh. How was I supposed to know that they were fridge magnets? Because you can't hover over it and have it tell you what it is. Like I just
Yeah.
wish like a simple label would have helped so far. Um, there was actually some hilarious like I feel old now controversy because it turns out that like a lot of younger players had to look up what the heck the game console was. They all kept putting it in the kitchen thinking it was like some sort of rice cooker, because
Oh
it
no.
looks like a GameCube. It just looks like a GameCube. Like straight up they ripped off the GameCube, and a bunch of these younger players had no idea what a GameCube was. They kept thinking
Huh.
it was like a rice cooker. Yet
Interesting.
like the developer was like sharing their numbers because they like have analytics or whatever in there. They're like, yeah, there's a lot of players who skew younger who just like threw that GameCube straight in the kitchen. It was like, wow, do I feel old? That's hilarious.
It doesn't
Um,
look that much different from modern consoles, does it? Like I don't like
it
I don't know.
it's
I
a
guess
square and it
maybe.
has a disc tray. Every other console since has been, a flat rectangle with some
Yeah.
lights
I
in the
guess I'm just
front.
thinking the like general shape cuz I
Yeah,
mean like
it's a cube. Everything else has been just like a
rectangles.
VCR. Yeah.
No.
Even the
VC okay, that makes you old.
well, I mean, tell me,
GameCube not so much.
I have that original Xbox One system. That thing is a VCR. That's just straight up a
Yeah.
VCR. I mean, even
Yep.
even the PS5 it's a curvy rectangle, but it's still a rectangle. It's a shoebox that's got like
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
Seto Kaiba popped collar. Um, but yeah, it was really neat. I super appreciated what it was doing, but it stressed the heck out of me. So unpacking was very uncozy for me, and so I put it down.
Mm. Well, my next game was very, very cozy.
Nice.
So Calico by Peachy Keen Games came out in 2020. It is another game where you're running a cat cafe, but in a very different sense. So, like Cat Cafe Manager, like you're literally running the cafe. With Calico, you have the cafe, but it kind of runs itself. Like you make the menu, you buy new recipes, and like you make the recipe once, and it's on the menu, and like you have to make it again if you change something out.
Okay.
But like it doesn't use like resources or anything like that. The game is mostly about finding animals and making them be friends with you,
That's really
which
cool.
is still like it's funny because I think the charm about the game is the graphics aren't that great. Like it's very like wobbly.
It's a little like PS1 derpy.
Yeah. But it's like it's very charming.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Um,
I find that general aesthetic charming.
yeah,
A
like
quick
it's very
question:
charming.
Is there like a character creator, or
Yes.
there seemed to be a lot of options, and I was very impressed by the fact that like every time I saw screenshots of it, the ladies in it weren't beanpoles. They were like, chubbier humans.
Yeah, I think all of the characters in the game are on the chubbier side, which is kind of nice to see.
Um,
Like I don't think that there's many like thin characters in the game, if I'm remembering correctly. I think the only one I can think of is like the musician, the magician.
mm,
He might be the only one I can think of. I haven't played it in a little while. This one I played probably more over the summer, so my memory's a little bit lax. I know they just came up with an update that had more animals that you can, but I mean you can make friends with them. Like you can have them follow you around, and but you can only have a certain number of animals in your cafe. So you can't like adopt all the animals on in the areas to like and have them live with you, which I get, but
yeah.
still I wanted it. Um
You want to catch them all. I mean,
Most yeah, some of them are pretty easy to find. There's one in the city area. I don't know where it is. Like I can't find it. I don't know what it is. I think it's somewhere where I'm just not sure where to get to because I don't know what it is. I don't know where it is. I can't find it, and I haven't looked it up or anything yet. But then they have like a lot of different animals too, so it's not just like cats and dogs. There's like capybaras. I think a bear, reindeer, maybe. Yeah. Bunnies, giant bunnies that you can like ride.
yeah, I saw there was some big, very large animals.
Yeah,
Like,
the hopping bunny is my favorite. Lots of cats, which is my favorite. Um yeah, it's really cute. You're going around, you're doing like little quests. Most of them are fetch quests for the townspeople, and you do kind of run out of those pretty quick. But I mean, it's not meant to be like a long game. Like it's just kind of chill, do what you want, explore where you want to go. I definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I think it's pretty cheap too, even not on sale. I don't
yeah,
remember. I bought it on sale, or I know I think it came with one of those like Itchy.co, whatever that website's called.
yeah, itch.io.
That's it, Itchy.co.
Oh, one of the
Um,
big bundles, like yeah,
yeah. I think I ended up buying it on Steam and then realizing that it came with one of those bundles.
yeah,
But I
either
think I
like the Black Lives Matter or the Ukraine support bundle or one of
yeah, there's an
those. Yeah.
LGBT one like a couple last year I think or something year
Mm.
before. Um, but yeah, so I think I got it there and then bought it on. But I don't remember it being terribly expensive, even not on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah. The next one I super recommend if you really, really wanted to play things like Hollow Knight, but found them
This one's on my
extremely
list.
punishing. Because Hoa by Scrollcat Studio came out in 2021, and it's a Metroid. It's a very simple, pretty, very easy Metroidvania side scroller. It's got this sort of Ghibli-esque feel to it, some in the art, but definitely it's got that like Joe Hisashi like soundtrack feeling. So it sounds like the music in it sounds like a Ghibli film, um, and it's just a lovely time. You're just this little like tiny little like I don't know like tree spirit nymph like inch tall character trying to find your way across the world using beetles and bumping into fish and using them as platforms to get from here to there. um and it's really cool. It's a neat little story, very storybook. And it was just like a very chill time. It definitely had that like exploring, going back and forth. Each area you get a new ability which helps you progress across the map. Again, it's a Metroidvania, but just a really chill one, a really pretty one. So I super recommend Hoa.
Yeah, this one's actually been on my list. I've been looking to play it at some point. Yeah, definitely. It looks really, really cute.
Yeah, it is. It's wicked cute. Um, I don't know. It's just a good chill platformer. Yeah.
Speaking of cute, Bear and Breakfast. Very
Yeah.
excited about that. by Gummy Cat Games, came out in 2022. It is so good. It's so good. It's another management game, but you have like little bed and breakfast that you're managing. I say plural because there's, I think, 3 or 4 of them that you can unlock. I think I've unlocked 3 of them so far.
That's cool.
And they have like different level up requirements. Like when you get further in the game, you can, and like a lot of the locations have like their own specific like requirements. So like the first one is pretty basic, in the middle of the woods, like, basic bedrooms, outhouse. And then the next one is like in kind of more of like a populated area. So you have to have like the bedrooms, a bar, and like bathrooms. But what it doesn't tell you though is you need like, for the hygiene requirements, you have to have a certain amount of bathrooms per like rooms.
Gotcha.
So I tried to cram as many like, bedrooms into the place as possible. To try to make more money, but I kept losing money because it wasn't meeting the hygiene requirements. So I ended up having to like redo the whole place. But yeah, there's like a cute little story. You're basically, bringing humans back to the you're a bear, playing as a bear. Another cute touch is if you're a bear and not wearing clothes, everyone's scared of you, but as soon as you put on like an article of clothing, it's fine.
I love that. That's
hilarious. Great. It's very funny.
Is this are you like running around with the joystick, or is this like a point and click, or is this like mostly menus?
What is it? Oh, it's like no, you can move around freely. You have to like, in order to edit anything in the like the bed and breakfast itself, you have to go to like the whatchamacallit, the crafting table to like open that menu. So there really aren't that many. It's like, I'd say, yeah, it's not very menu-y.
Okay.
In that respect, because you have the freedom to like move around. I don't know if it moves around if you point and click. I've been using the keyboard.
Yeah. So, but you are the bear. You're not just like,
you are the bear.
You're not just like God overseeing the world. Like, you kind of are the bear.
No, you are the bear. So nice. yeah, you control the bear. You decide where he wants to go, what he does. It's funny too, because like you have to have like certain decoration requirements and like comfort requirements, but like the comfier furniture is pretty big. So you're just like cramming stuff into this. Like I had the rooms like all super cute. Like I was very happy with them, and they're like, this needs to be more comfortable. It has to be more decorated. And then it just turned up looking like an estate sale in each room.
Nice.
But it's really cute. I definitely. It's funny too, because Bear and Breakfast, I can't remember if it's $20 or $25, and it feels like a much more robust game than Cat Cafe Manager. Like I feel like I got my money's worth so far playing. I put like maybe 10 hours into it, maybe something like that. And I still have things to unlock and like things to improve. So I already feel like it's like there's a really good amount of content.
Yeah, it's just you're having enough fun to like, this was worth it. Like it seemed like there's a bit of comedy to it.
Yeah, it's pretty. Whenever you talk to the humans, you're just like bear, like grunting at them. There's only one of them that understands you. The rest of them are just like you'll see him say like indignant bear sound because the human doesn't understand. But if you're talking to animals, they obviously understand you.
That's great. That's wicked funny.
It's really fun. It's really cute. Highly recommend it. This is one of the games I talked about in our upcoming games last year.
Oh, cool.
One of our first episodes, and yeah, it was definitely worth the wait. It's very, very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So another game that's really good, that has sort of a similar vibe to my last pick, Hoa there. It's called Tiny Echo, and it's by Might and Delight. It came out in 2017, and you, like Hoa, you're sort of a very small person in a sort of large woods sort of thing. But where Hoa was sort of this like 3D scene that's sort of flattened to look 2D, Tiny Echo has definitely got this hand drawn, onion skinned, like classic animation. It almost kind of gives me this vibe of some of these like Eastern European animations, and the way that they would draw sort of like fairy tale wood settings. If that makes sense. You're this little spirit character who's she's just like, her head's just like an eyeball. She's wearing a little dress and has a little messenger bag that she keeps a bunch of letters in, and she gets a bunch of letters for all the spirits. So you're just kind of walking around this woodland area trying to deliver letters to different characters. And I think the letters are like emotional memories or something. It's very like strange vibes, but like in a little melancholy, but it's super cozy nonetheless, if that makes any sense. Like you deliver a letter and then like you sort of relive kind of an emotion for that character, and then it comes back to you and your like character's like wiping a tear off, and it's all like completely like voiceless. Like there's no text in the game other than maybe the main menu. It's just this strange little micro world vibe. But you're just, it kind of reminds me of like Machinarium. If you've ever played that one, the little robot game, little point and click robot game. But and like, yeah, you're trying to sort of maybe like you tickle the feet of something that's underground so that it moves out of the way so that you can go above ground and talk to them, like that sort of thing. You're sort of going back and forth trying to unlock your path to different people in order to deliver these letters to them. It's very pretty. It's very like chill but melancholy. And I just found it really cozy myself. I think Tiny Echo is a really neat time.
Sounds fun.
For those who are sort of into that vibe. Like you'll know instantly from screenshots if it's for you or not. And I didn't finish it, but I got pretty far, and like it was just pretty cool. And like I don't feel punished for letting it leaving it where it was, but I'll probably come back to it at some point. So yeah,
very nice. Yeah, that does sound cute. I like games that have like a specific aesthetic where like it just, you can kind of tell if it's for you or not just by looking at it. So I appreciate that. Speaking of that, with a very similar kind of stylistic aesthetic, Witchwood by Alien Trap Games came out in 2020. I didn't put as much time into this one, but I do plan on playing it.
Yeah, I picked this up recently. I haven't even touched it. I don't even remember why I picked it up. It was probably on a recommendation from you.
Probably.
But it looked neat.
Yeah, it is. I like it a lot. Basically you are a witch. Your like alchemy book has been erased, and you're trying to find recipes and figure out like how to piece things together. So like once you come across a problem, you like remember the recipe to solve it, essentially. You can also hover over like monsters and creatures and things that will tell you what its weakness is, and then once you discover that, you can craft it. And you craft by like finding different crafting materials in different areas,
like herbs and stuff.
Yeah. So and the main story is that you like kind of, there's a little bit of amnesia, like this creature comes to collect on the deal that you made with it, and like you discover there's like somebody in like the catacombs that's like asleep, but you don't remember why they were important to you or like why you were willing to make a deal to save them. So on top of like helping people in the area, you're trying to figure that out for yourself. It's really nice. My only complaint, and this isn't against the game, it runs really hot on the Steam Deck. Like I played Disney Dreamlight and Cat Cafe on and Cat Cafe is not very demanding, but Disney Dreamlight is, and it didn't get like hot. I did play Bear and Breakfast too, but because of the menus, I didn't really like playing it on the Steam Deck. It was just kind of because you have to like click out of some stuff once it gives you instructions.
Yeah, some games just work better on a bigger screen with a mouse. Yeah,
but like I had to physically put my Steam Deck down because it was too hot.
Eek.
Like it got really hot, and it didn't take very long. So I guess probably don't play it on your Steam Deck, but it's really nice. Like it looks really pretty. It's kind of like the colors are very bright, but like very neutral at the same time. Like the colors are very saturated, but it's like a very kind of
Earth
dark.
tones.
Yeah, like very earth tones. Like it's very nice to look at.
Hmm.
And like you really have to like search out some of these materials, and like sometimes you can only get them from like defeating a certain creature or something, but then you figure out, okay, this comes from this area, I need to kill this, but now I have to find the thing that kills that thing.
So there's combat. Is it like what is the combat like an action game, or is it more like a
No,
puzzle? No.
you're basically just laying down traps
Okay.
or like carrying like a voodoo doll essentially to like ward things off. So you're not actually fighting anything. Things will attack you, but you can't damage them yourself. You have to use like an item.
Your tools,
and it's never
yeah.
anything that you're holding and stabbing with, at least that I've seen. It's like you're putting down a trap, or you're, doing a certain type of lure. Oh, I guess, yeah. You put down like a lure and then you like smack the creature on the head with like your axe or something.
Sure, but this is more like you're creating tools and doing intentional things. This is not like
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no like combat like where you have to like fight something or do something about it. So it's very good. I'm excited to play more of it. I maybe played, like I said, 5 or 6 hours maybe, but it's really enjoyable.
That sounds really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, the last one on my list here is, you'll never believe it, for a cozy game episode. It's a micro game collection game. It's called Melatonin. So it's like your Spookware or your WarioWare type of game where you have a bunch of micro games you have to play. Actually, I think
many games can be cozy.
Yeah, I think the best thing I would compare it to it really is Rhythm Heaven. Melatonin is very much like a Rhythm Heaven, and like your main character, he's just like some dude on a couch, and he's like going to sleep, and then you go up into the thought bubbles, and you're in his little dream world, and the levels are just kind of there in the clouds, and you pick on a level, and it's like, oh, I'm dreaming about technology, or I'm dreaming about food, and then you play a bunch of micro games that have to do with food or that sort of thing. And it's really neat, and it's got all these like really gorgeous like pastels. Like the whole
Yeah, I was
game is
gonna
just
say,
super
I think what
pastel.
makes it cozy is the color scheme.
Yeah, and also like you're it's definitely
It's
the
nice to
theme.
look at.
Yeah, definitely the pastel colors. Definitely like the subject matter that you're thinking of. Like you're either, I remember one. It was like you're flying in the air and you have to catch donuts that are being thrown from like a donut box, and like the one about technology, you're like hopping from cell phone to cell phone, and they all have different like app icons on them. Like it's all pretty chill, honestly, and I don't know. It's great vibes. It's good music, like good rhythm, nice vibes, um, just nice on the eyes. Like it's a cool chill game. And that came out last year. The game developer is Half Asleep, and that's a great freaking name because that's very much what they're going for with Melatonin. So yeah, I super recommend it if you like any sort of like rhythm game or micro game collection. Like, it's a nice time.
Nice. My final game, it's Capybara Spa. It's made by the same people, Cozy Beat Games, that makes Lemon Cake. This game came out in 2022. And I bought it in a pack. The Steam Christmas sale, it came in a pack with Lemon Cake, their other game, Bunny Farm or something, and then this one. I don't know why I chose to install this first. I bought the pack for Lemon Cake.
But I mean,
but
come on, Capybara Spa. Like,
Yeah,
that's a great.
I love capybaras. And it's just like a really simple point and click game. You are like dragging and dropping capybaras into like little like cute tubs that you make. You can like upgrade them. You can like grow snacks for them. And as you progress, there's just like more you can build and more you can do with the capybara. So it's super simple. But it's just sort of one of those like games where it's not like you don't do much. It's not very hard, but it's like easy to just put something on in the background and just like disassociate for a while. In kind of a more productive way than doom scrolling.
Yeah.
So it's really satisfying. It's very cute. I imagine the bunny game is similar. Like I don't know what Lemon Cake is like because I haven't played it yet. And that's actually the one that I was looking forward to the most. I just installed this one first. So I don't know if it's similar to that, but I assume the bunny game that this company also makes is just like this, but with bunnies. And they're very cute. Who doesn't love a capybara? Come on.
I mean, yeah, the largest rodent, right? They're
It's so cute.
Adorable noses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little grunts.
That's cool as heck, man. Dude, I'm like chilled out just by talking about these cozy games. Like, I went from like super hype from playing stuff earlier to like just chilled out from just talking about all this cozy game.
I honestly, cozy games I think are my favorite, and I'm really glad that they've made such like not a resurgence because they've been, but they're like
but if you look at I'm looking at our document here, and I'm looking at all the years listed for these games, and
it's all common. Like
most of these games came out 2020, 21, and 22, like the past 3 years.
If we had, I don't think if this were 2014, like Bear and Breakfast wouldn't have gotten any press. I think really the pandemic and just people being the absolute end of their rope. I think that there's been such a need for games like this in the market. And I'm really happy for it because they calm me down. I haven't been able to play much else other than these cozy games, but it's nice to have something, especially something like Disney Dreamlight, where like there's a lot of stuff to do and you can just keep going back to it. And it's just, there's something really comforting about that. And I really wish that Nintendo hadn't abandoned Animal Crossing, like that. Yeah. It's so frustrating because like obviously that's one of I think for a lot of us, it got us through that part of 2020, and then it was so hyped, and then it was just nothing, no content, nothing.
Yeah, it can be. I mean, it can be difficult to do the upkeep, but it like really was like a continuing thing with like all the turnip pricing thing, and the fact that the game kept having new updates kept it alive for a lot longer. And I think I have a feeling that them not doing many updates is a sign that they're working on a next version, because that seems to be what happens,
I guess
they kind of don't need one because like there's no new console yet.
They could. I mean, and I think the Gameloft company, they've set Disney Dreamlight off for a lot of like expansions. Like it's going to be very easy for them to add new areas, new characters, new quests. So it's set up to kind of be a longer running game. I just don't think that Animal Crossing had that same longevity in mind. I don't think at the time. I don't think that's true because people played the older. I think especially the one for GameCube. Like people played that for a long time after it stopped getting updated. So I don't know.
Yeah. The N64 and GameCube.
Yeah, I think they made GameCube the same game for a changed market, and that's kind of where they're where that pitfall was. Yeah, not to go on a tangent or anything, but
heck yeah, it's interesting. Well, I guess that'll wrap us up.
Hope everyone's feeling cozy.
Heck yeah. What do you think you're gonna? I know it started to sound like drop to NPR levels of like no listeners. Yeah, but what do you think you're gonna be playing until next time? Is sort of more of the same, or?
That's a good question. I think I definitely want to play more Witchwood. I want to play Lemon Cake. And there was something else that I installed recently, but I meant to write down and make a note of.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
It's all right.
It was something. Oh, Hades! I bought Hades.
Oh, dude, that's an amazing game.
Yeah, I got it with the Christmas sale. I got a $20 gift card, so I bought Bear and Breakfast, and then Hades, and obviously paid a little bit.
Oh, dude, Hades is an amazing roguelike.
Yeah, I'm really
Oh my
excited.
gosh.
I know that the second one has been announced.
Yeah,
so
yeah. A lot of people got hyped when the second one was
Mhm.
announced. Heck yeah, no, definitely we're gonna be when we get around to doing roguelites, that's required on that list.
I'm very excited.
It's so good. Those Greek gods are so thirsty. It's great. And it's good gameplay. It's good gameplay. Yeah, I think for me, I've been diving back into as I mentioned earlier, some of the games on my what I was playing list there. I've been diving back into some of the Quest headset, VR headset games, and I got to finish Moss Book 2. Moss is adorable. I'll have to talk about it more at length on the show at some point, but you're controlling this tiny little mouse with a sword, and you're helping her along on some crazy
I've
grand
seen that.
adventure.
It looks so cute.
It's even cuter than it looks like.
Adorable.
Like when you put the headset on, it's even cuter than when it looks like in videos, just because everything's this tiny little diorama world, and when you're in it and you're like the spirit watching over her and like helping her along, and like she like waves to you and says hello. It's even cuter than you think. It's really cool.
I've watched some gameplay. I don't have a VR headset, so I can't play it. So I've watched some other videos.
Yeah, it's super chill.
So cute. The mouse is with the little bandana.
Heck yeah, she's adorable.
So cute.
And I got a gift card. Yeah, I got some gift card over the holidays, so I put it on the Quest store and bought myself What the Bat, which is a follow-up. It's a follow-up to the game I talked about earlier, What the Golf. So instead of every game being golf, it's every game being baseball. And it's VR, so that's a perfect, nice physics level activity to do to make everything into. So I'm excited.
What the hockey?
I'm excited to see what they do. Oh my god! Heck yeah! Everything is slip and slide physics.
Violent slip and slide physics.
Heck yeah! Oh man, hockey games. I remember my favorite hockey game was just one where you could get into a fist fight, and we just kept trying to intentionally go into a fist fight. Like we didn't care about the hockey. We were just trying to get into a fight. It was really funny. This was like eons ago. Like
I'm not really a sports person, but I do like watching hockey.
Yeah, heck yeah. So
yeah,
cool.
Well, thank you, listeners. We appreciate you taking the time to get cozy with us. And until next time.
We'll catch you later.
Bye.